5v5 team fight.
You know, the thing about Falcon Esports lineup is it's there's so much CC, like you mentioned, Eterna. But if for some reason ZipX cannot shine on the carry, right, which is, it is a tough situation to get to that point, but still, if you don't have that or even that Eve available, the damage is shut down, you're left with just a CC train at that point, right? You're going to be taunting, you're going to be setting things up, but if the damage isn't there and you're being outpaced by Onic Esports, that's going to be troubling, especially with pick-off potential on demand with having a Kaja.
And not only that, but looking at the gold lane, right? CW, I feel like on this Beatrix may have the upper hand in the early game. A bit more range, a bit more variables coming in with the Beatrix. So many different options. Kairi's going to have to play it a little bit safe, and I'm wondering if Falcon are going to kind of play the babysitter.
Well, here we go. Cheer for your team. It's Falcon Esports versus Onic Esports to kick off day number 1 here for the knockout stages.
Okay, this is interesting, right? Because technically, when we're looking at both of the drafts, they can counter one another. But look at this. Already you can see Keyboy trying to pressure the jungle, trying to pressure Ken from those rotations. And like I mentioned earlier, this matchup between Yves and Lilia is going to favor Sans for a bit, especially in that early game, because he isn't reliant on that level 4. Whereas Justin, he needs to wait a little bit more to get those items, to get that damage, and also to get that real-world manipulation.
I think one of the biggest things here, right, is if you're Falcon Esports, you don't allow Kairi to get an early kill. I mean, there's already so much poke back and forth. Justin, even having to walk back to the tier 2, isn't even sure if he wants to recall there just yet. But still, don't give Kairi that early kill to not allow Onic Esports to snowball here if you're Falcon Esports.
But there's a big problem, right? The whole thing for Falcon was to put pressure onto Kairi, and Onic is answering back by putting pressure of their own, already going into Falcon's jungle, not letting Naomi even step out into Onic's jungle.
There's a lot of comparison, right? Like, in this current meta, what is more important? And I do believe that the mid lane is going to be the #1 issue when it comes down to those rotations, right? Because even if you lose the gold lane matchup, even if you lose the EXP lane, if you are able to clear faster, and if you are able to rotate faster, that can alleviate any problems in terms of that draft. And so far, this is what we see Falcon lacking in the drafting.
Well, right now, I mean, as everybody gets closer to that level 4 here, the first turtle of the game is going to be up. You can already see Ken getting in position here. The rest of the team, though, there's quite a few Onic Esports members as they might contest this one.
Yeah, and in comes the Black Dragon Boots, trying to get a back line, push on, the Petrify locks on, Kairi takes the turtle. Nice suppression.
Oh.
10 will go down. Justin brings out the real manipulation. In comes the bravest fighter. A lot of damage onto Sans. Sans will bite the bullet. And that is a 1-for-1 trade, but the side of Onic does take the turtle.
All right, so Onic is going to be able to have a little bit of an advantage in that sense. And Falcon, they need to remember how and what are the highlights of their draft, right? Wait until these members can actually be a factor and not contest too early, honestly. I think they should have let that go.
Yeah, I mean, I also like how both XP laners got those kills here.
Oh.
You're already going to see, right? Both. This is what you can expect from Kairi, right? He is going to just be all in your space in your jungle. Whoever is going to be playing against them, and that's something you have to play around here. So still, Falcon Esports, Yellow Flash grabbing that early kill here. We've seen just how strong a Lapu Lapu can even be. Sometimes he has to go 1 versus 2. It should work out, but still, pressure here on Ken's purple.
Oh, Sans is caught in. In comes Kairi, though. Does a nice amount of damage on Naomi. Sans will go down. Ken picks up the kill. CW comes in with an Inebriator's Passion. Ken's going to take a bit of damage, but Onic wants to back off here. They've lost 1 member, but Zipex is here to try to claim more. CW and Keyboy able to get away from that one. Turtle up in about 40 seconds, but it's still just 1-2.
1-0 trade so far, and it's still going to rely on Falcon to get that better advantage. What do you guys particularly think about the Yuzong and the Lapu Lapu in the XP lane?
Well, I mean, both serve a purpose, right? What we're seeing a lot with this meta is Yuzong locked in for that back. They just go straight to the back line. The job here is to catch ZipX, right? I mean, he's got a flicker, but as soon as that's expended, you should be able to hit him with the Petrify. You have the Black Dragon form. You can cause chaos in the back. Meanwhile, you're still baiting everything out and relying on Keyboy to find that Divine Judgment lockdown. But that's the thing. Falcon Esports, they've got, what, 3 tanks pretty much at this point? Lapu Lapu, fighter, tank, you know, he can actually be that peel. He can be that front line for them, but still the fight
A lot
for
of
the
damage.
turtle.
Naomi goes very, very low. Kairi gets hit by the bouncing ball, though. Ken may go down. Boots wants to come clean up. Hits the petrify. Ken goes down. Next could be Justin. Boots maybe a little bit too deep. Zipex, though, hits the speedy light wheel, trying to come in. Yellow Flash onto Boots. Boots will be next. It's a 1-for-1 currently, but the fight keeps on going. Yellow Flash gets a stun onto Keyboy. Sans trying to find Yellow Flash, but he's just a little bit too tanky. Sans. Looks like Yellow Flash is going to back off overall. Onic lose another member here, but still they keep the gold lead.
So, as we were just talking about all of that, right? I'm going to refer back to the graphic we saw earlier. These two teams love to team fight. Every single objective that comes up, they're going to force it, right? And that time you actually saw perfectly. Kairi went in, used the shadow kill, and then the cleanup was there. And Justin, by the way, has just now reached a total of 200 assists for his professional MLBB career. This guy is massive.
He's reliable.
Yeah.
That's the main pillar of Falcon, the one who stays reliable, stays consistent, trying to deal damage from that back line, and also something that all the other members from that team can fall onto when things get rough. I mean, right now, Ken isn't having the best time, right? With a 1-2-0 KDA, his main highlight of the career here in the group stage is the fact that he was able to get the objectives. But right now, Onic Esports, they've been the one in the upper hand in terms of that objective. And so we see Yellow Flash being the main carry here up until this 5th minute. And this Lapu Lapu is going to start snowballing. He has the CC, he has the damage. Onic Esports, they need to be very aware of his positioning when they go for a 5v5 team fight, or they might actually fall short.
Well, this is the great thing for Falcon, right? Zipex has mainly been able to just farm up. And yes, Justin's here kind of helping him, but might
Justin
look
does
for
bring
Sans.
out the real manipulation. Keyboy's going to try to come in. Possible dive here. Don't think we're going to see too much, but with the turtle up in 19 seconds, this could be a nice advantage for Onic. They kind of claim the pit. You've lost that utility from Justin there in the real manipulation. So Onic, once again, still kind of feels like they're controlling the game here, controlling the tempo here, holding the gold lead and moving forward.
Well, that's the thing, right? They're looking for a clean sweep on the Turtles as the third one of the game has now spawned. And as you mentioned, Trex, Onic getting a position here, but once again, Falcon Esports wants to contest this one.
Ooh, Naomi comes in, nice Tyrant's Rage. Keyboy takes a lot of damage trying to get away. Ken wants to find him, but Keyboy is able to escape. Turtle still on the field, Naomi very low along with Justin. And Kairi picks it up. That's a double kill. In comes the Black Dragon. It's a show, boys. Boots now trying to get away though. Suppression does land onto Yellow Flash. Yellow Flash wants to move in. CW is here doing a nice amount of damage. They forced the back off. Falcon will not claim this turtle.
Oh, see, that's the thing. Every time they go for a 5v5, Falcon always falls short in this team fights. It was great, though, with the way that they did it, right? They were able to eliminate Kairi first, prevent that damage from penetrating even worse. And that's the thing, because when Kairi gets left open, he goes in for a double kill, and even a triple kill. But oh my god, Falcon, they get the turtle.
That was so close. I thought the snipe was definitely going to hit it, but Justin is now here. Sans very, very low. Naomi trying to find him. Sans able to get away with just a sliver of health. This is a game, guys. This is definitely a great first game of the knockout stage.
I feel like so many times throughout the groups we saw, I think it had to be Sanji that would flicker in, hold the athletic flicker, get the one hit off. But let's take a look here at the emblems. Anything sticking out specifically that's giving an advantage here for one of the teams, Eterna?
Honestly, at this point, they're all standard emblems, but the thing is, it kind of shows and reflects about the gameplay that they want to go for, right? We can see that Hayabusa Kairi, he opted for the assassin emblem, the high and dry, who is going to have an advantage in those 1v1 situations. So we know Kairi, he wants to go for the pickoffs, he wants to go for the kills, whereas someone like Ken with the Demon Slayer emblem, he's looking more on the objectives. And we see that kind of reflected, even though it has been kind of taken away from Falcon when we see here in the 8th minute.
Well, right now, Falcon Esports coming up with a plan of their own. And remember, this is going to be the charge up. There's only 2 members here for Onic Esports, but no one going to commit just yet. Still, this is the crucial, right? Whatever team can find a pick off first, it'll allow you to get that space you need. You still have 40 seconds till that Lord is up here. But still, both teams also holding on to quite a bit of map control, right? The tier 1s in the mid lane actually are still up. So if one team or the other wants to focus on getting that objective down, gives them that advantage in space. But that's why we see them pressing for any pick they can find here.
And I think both teams have been so good at engaging, but also disengaging. I mean, it seems like there's been a lot of fights, but only 8 deaths total in a matter of 9 minutes. Only 1 tower gone. So they've both been so well at just kind of dragging out these fights and getting away in those crucial situations. The thing is ZipX and CW, both 0 kills, both able to farm, able to get their gold, able to try to be important to their team. So the question is, in the next minute or two, maybe upcoming on this next Lord, which gold laner is really going to pop off?
The thing is, ZipX, even though that that Falcon in general, they're behind in 2,000K, ZipX isn't falling too far behind because at some point they were both level 10. CW obviously has a bit of an edge, but that also shows that Falcon is really good at giving the gold to the important members, right? That gold allocation is going to make the difference. And you can see here, Justin already has the Ice Queen wand. He also already has the Glowing Wand. So expect that utility starting to come through. The damage, the dot, as both of these teams, they're going to start setting up a Keyboy.
Naomi will get pushed back. It's a bloodbath. Yellow Flash taking a lot of damage, trying to go in, move on to CW. Keyboy has gone down. Yellow Flash cannot connect. CW picks it up. This is bad for Yellow Flash. This could be bad for Falcon. Kairi finds Naomi. Can he get a double? Make it a triple. That is a full team wipe for Onic. This is huge. Can they end it here?
The king of the sky, and he just dismantled Falcon Esports here. And after, they're going to march into base. This might not be a final push. There's still pretty short death timers, but what a massive play from Onic Esports.
That was huge, a wipe out. And there you go, the king of the sky himself, Kairi, getting that triple kill. Unfortunately, Sans got that double kill, but this is what happens when Onic Esports get the comfortable heroes and the way that they weren't pressured from that early game. Luckily enough, though, Falcon was still able to secure the Lord, so it still buys them enough time to not end the game, and they still have those 3 inhibitor turrets remaining.
Here's the thing, though, right? I mean, given what we just saw, what is the answer, right? What is the answer for Falcon Esports? Best thing you can do is find a pick-off so you at least have a numbers advantage. We're going to be taking a look here at the instant replay presented by TikTok. Look at this. It's a bloodbath from minute 1 here. And already you can see, right? Perfect timing with the shadow kill. Kairi coming in. And Falcon Esports has they can't do anything but run for the hills. And the turret's not even enough.
This is definitely rough. I mean, Falcon does secure the Lord, though, so we know their head's still in the game during these big team fights. When all the ults are going off, when bombs are in the air, they're still able to hold it together and secure the objective. So that could be the answer. If they can drag it out long enough, if they continue to get Lords and not let Onic get the full push, maybe they could fight back here. They just need to get this, the pocket strat. They need to surround ZipX. No one can go too far forward. They can't be full dive mode. They kind of have to move as a unit, I feel.
I agree. I completely agree. That's something that I wanted to bring up. In that previous team fight, it didn't feel like they were synchronized. And the way that they've drafted, they need to be synchronized, right? You need these combo wombos to come through. You need the ult coming in from Naomi. You need the ult coming in from Yellow Flash, paired up with that slow and that penetration coming in from Justin. But the way that Onic Esports were able to do that team fight was they made it messy, right? They had someone in the front line, in the back line, but that's not what a Falcon needs right now. So they need to come back. How are we supposed to play this and not play into Onic Esports tempo?
Well, that's what I was saying in the draft, right? It's very finicky, right? Onic Esports can either throw Kairi at you, they can throw Sans at you, bait out the ultimates that they want. Boots can also go towards the back line here, and that's what he's doing against ZipX and Justin. But not only that, then you also have to worry about a Divine Judgment dragging ZipX along or Justin, right? Those are 2 things that's multiple things that's working in Onic Esports' favor. So Falcon Esports, like we said in the draft, if they lose one of those big damage dealers, whether that's the Carry or the Eve, you're in trouble, right? How do you even fight that? Because still across from you, CW, 7 assists, but running that weapon mastery, has the damage and items that he needs on this Beatrix pick, and he's kind of just chilling, right? In a lot of these team fights, he's able to just do freely what he needs to do on this marksman pick because of all that back and forth from the heroes of Onic Esports.
Oh, look at Kairi, though. He's going to take this tower, able to get away. Doesn't even have to be down there for objective. So already, every moment, Onic is ready to make a play, and it's going to really kind of pull Falcon apart because that's the goal. Pull them apart a bit. This is going to be the first time, though, that Falcon does not make the initial start on a neutral objective. Naomi tries to find Sans here. That is going to be a big wasted utility. This is big for Onic coming up on this Lord fight.
Yeah, they know they didn't have the setup, so they're going retreating back. They're running for the hills, but Keyboy
gets a divine judgment on Ken. CW going to try to find him. Kairi jumps in, picks it up. Falcon on the backboard once again. Onic should have a free Lord here.
Just like that, I mean, it was a matter of getting out some resources from Falcon Esports, the conceal plus the flicker. It failed, it didn't work, and now Onic Esports securing themselves another Lord here. Actually, the second Lord of the game. They'll be able to march in, and also keep in mind, Kairi being able to take down that inhibitor turret in the mid lane, they should be able to get, if not one, maybe even all the inhibitor turrets as Falcon Esports has to deal with this. The clear potential, though, we're talking about 9K gold lead here for Onic Esports. That is massive in the itemization department.
Yeah, right now, I mean, Kairi, they're really optimizing and utilizing the fact that they have better mobility. So they have more control over these separate lanes. They're able to pressure Falcon from all these 3 lanes. And look at this, the Lord already marching here in the mid side.
Most definitely Lord is crashing down the mid, but it looks like Onyx may try to move towards top. Kairi jumps in, then jumps out, but Boots has a Black Dragon. Looking for Justin or Zipex, can't quite find it, but the tower does go down. Real manipulation comes out. Naomi, Zipex, Justin, all fall, and CW finds another one. Yellow Flash will go down along with the base, and Onic take game 1.
Onic going to be able to get game number 1, but remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is a best of 5 series. We still have many more games ahead of us, so right